So, Jack,
Hello, Sam.
I'm back, mate.
You are. Do you have a nice holiday?
I did, yeah. It was all right, and then I went to Blast London and spent a week in a piss tent.
Uh, what is a piss tent entail?
Well, you see, so Wembley Arena is fucking awful. It's really, really bad.
That's is it the OVO?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Not a big ass stadium like the
No,
small
no, no.
former swimming pool that's next to it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's good.
there isn't, no, but it is a anyway.
No, I know it was an Olympic pool, right, or something
Yes,
like
it
that.
was. Yes. There isn't room for a press room in London, so you get put in the
Curious.
loading bay next to a load of bins, and it stinks of piss.
Oh,
Yeah. So welcome to the piss tent, everybody. That's going to be the
piss
new
tent.
name of this.
Piss tent special.
Yes, the new name of this podcast moving forward is the piss tent.
I think it's relevant given the news this week.
I do. Should we talk
A
about?
lot of it's piss.
Should we talk about said news?
Said piss.
Said
Yes.
said piss.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Right. Well, run the intro then, Charlie. So, Jack, MIBR have signed Qikert. Important to say it's on loan, but they have signed Qikert. He joins Klim, who is an
Made
Orca.
in Kazakhstan.
Yes. Honestly,
The thing is, this is maybe not the weirdest move MLBR and Orc have made. They did sign Stewie and Tarek at one point.
but I feel like that was less weird because at least they were like, like America's. Not that that's a real thing. We stopped that. Sorry.
Get out. Yeah, I maybe, but maybe yeah. Wasn't there a roster that also had swag? So there was actually 3 Americans.
No,
and
if
2
I
Brazilians.
remember right, Stewie couldn't play in one of the tournaments
So
or
they had
something.
okay, I see.
Or maybe they did have swag with.
Braxton.
Either way, this move.
It's not out of character from RBR.
This-
Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but this move is like the type of move that I genuinely don't have anything to say. Like you see them sign Klim, and you're like, all right, I've heard decent things. I've never watched him play because I don't watch shit tier Counter Strike, but whatever.
Yeah.
Qikert wasn't even good when he won a major. He wasn't even good in the first major final he was in. Like,
It's a bit mad that he's been in 2 of them, isn't it?
it is considering he's fucking rubbish.
50% major final win rate. It's more than Nico.
Yeah, it's more than Nico. But yeah, I just don't get it because it's like, with Furia, you see him sign Molodor, you're like, all right, he's pretty good, isn't he? You see him sign
They also kind
Yukindar.
of already had Yakindar, right? And he was obviously like,
I think Yukindar came after.
I think he was on loan before, wasn't he?
No, I don't
Before
think so.
Molodor? No? Okay.
No.
Well, but obviously Yakindar was on Liquid, right? So he's kind of been like, I'm going to say anglicized is the wrong word for that context, but like maybe not westernized, I guess is the term, right? Like he's not out of character being on an international team, really. So I guess it was less bizarre. But yeah, I mean, is this the future? Because of Brazilian buyouts, they are just importing Eastern European players.
I mean, it seems to be the future.
Furia have been good, so
but very good. MIBR won't
not-
be.
no, but
Um,
what did we expect them to be? Really?
well, no, never. But I don't expect them to be better because they have fucking Qikert.
This Insani needs to go on a good team.
Yeah, he does. He needs to
Because he's
actually get the
insane,
fuck
bro.
out.
He's
he
really good.
really needs to get the fuck out because, yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
It's
It's a
just
yeah
like
move.
it's just Charlie. Scroll down a sec. Just there's the roster. Look at that. What a load of fucking
And
shite.
Breno
that is.
also was benched at the start of the year, I think, and then they brought him back in.
Yeah. Exit
Exit
don't know if
is-
he's coming
is-
or going.
All right. Insani's like is just good. And then what's a JNT?
Fuck knows.
Klim's looked good, but obviously like they're loans, right? So
He's a coach. He's probably rubbish. Oh,
he
great.
for loss.
He coached a team that couldn't overcome a team. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. God.
Yeah. Like again, I'm optimistic. All the best to the players. I hope it goes well.
I don't.
But for like
It's funnier
for
if it
Klim,
doesn't.
like Klim's is on G2 Academy, right? G2 Ares. Like this is meant to be like a step up for him. This is obviously a step down for qikert, right? Like he's kind of had his career like the Paravision team was doing really well for a while as well. I think they are still now. Like that qikert was on, so I don't really get it.
I also just like
Do they have money? Do they just have a bag?
Well, you signed 2 players on loan. Like, what's your plan long term
After that?
Yeah,
and also like if we are loaning, and I think loans make rosters interesting. I think like we'll get on a certain loan move later on, but I think like it is kind of interesting to how a team gels and stuff, and the fact that they could be like recalled or whatever. Like I think it does add a cool layer to the transfer market and stuff, but with VRS, right? Like, is there a world where qikert is like on the rosters for like both Paravision and MIBR? Like,
there probably is. Yeah. Probably is.
I know that's possible, right? Our mate, I forgot his name, but the guy who just tweets about VRS, he's a bloody genius. Because no one else can make sense of that system. I don't know. It's odd, isn't it? It's an odd team.
Yeah. I don't want to
Really?
talk about it anymore, Jack. It makes me feel
Okay.
uncomfortable. All right.
Speaking of, I don't know, shit teams, Astralis have made a move.
They have. And this one also makes me uncomfortable.
They're going to win the title, Sam. They're going to win the title with Magisk.
I tried so fucking hard to win the title.
Yeah,
But,
Magisk is back.
Fucking hell.
Back
Yeah.
in Astralis, back in the black and red. You know, which is interesting.
What
He's been
the
away for
fuck? No.
5 years.
No, let's rein it in. What the fuck's going on? Genuinely, what the fuck is going on, right? Because, like, Stone's shite. Right, I hope he's doing all right, because he's probably not a terrible person behind the whole, like, Jay Cranny incident. But he's probably somewhat of a decent bloke.
Yeah, other than the home record, he's all right.
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. When, as good Christian boys, we can't condone that. But, yeah, he's taking a break for his health. Whatever, don't really give a shit.
What's his health got to do with it?
Well, exactly. But anyway.
Is he Santa Claus? That's a shit joke.
Yeah.
That
was poor.
Yeah, you've packed that in.
Yeah, he's
For
gone,
now.
and they've got Magisk back, which I guess makes sense if they were trying to make Stare into a star, which I think is a bad idea anyway. I've said that before.
Feel like they've been trying that since he's been on the team.
Yeah, and he's not particularly good. But what do you hope to achieve with Magisk? Because he ain't going to make you better.
He's not better than Star, is he?
He probably
And
won't
Stan's
make
been
you
dookie
worse.
lately. No, yeah, like it's just like very sideways. It's just okay. It's someone who's older.
And it's just like, it's just hard to care about
Since they got Hooksy, like Yabi's been unlocked, which has been good. Like he's been like probably
he's been
on the team.
inconsistent, but yeah.
Okay, but he's actually been like the team was shit for ages, right? And they actually like had players who like now they could win things, and they have been on an upward trajectory. And then again, they're just like, oh, we're getting better. Oh, and we're bombed out again.
I think my big individual concern with Astralis' device at this point, he's gone off the boil now.
It's 30, man.
Like, I think they're actually at a point where, like, if they were to go international... no, I don't want to say that, actually.
Can they ever?
I do think the riflers are a really big problem on this team. But I was going to say, like, if they were to go international, you either make him up IGL or you just boot him. But even then, I think he'd have to be, like, 2 major windows away. Because, like, if you're going international, you look to improve on the rifles.
Well, I mean,
first.
they've not made a major for 6.
Well, yeah, but
7 now.
I think they're going to make
Whatever.
They are going to make the next one, aren't they? Surely. Where are they in the rankings?
Well, they might get an invite. I don't think they'll
they'll
do anything with it.
They'll be in Budapest, definitely. Yeah, I'm just a bit tired.
I don't like the word
Astralis.
veteran being used as a synonym for washed. Because Magisk was crap on Falcons, especially towards the last 2 months.
But he is a veteran. It's not...
He is, but like they're saying it like it's an upgrade, and I just don't feel like it is.
I don't know if old Dempsey's doing that. I just think, he can't exactly say, like, the bum rifler will be taking Stone's place.
Mr. Bum. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it's like, so the last the last team we looked at, I'm just a bit lost for words because like it's just strange. Even FURIA doesn't make qikert on mibr normal. This one, I'm just bored of Astralis. If I'm being honest, like I
think we all have been for a while.
No, but I'm even getting to the point where hating on them isn't that fun anymore.
Yeah, no, it's like I always want them to do well. Like I don't. The org have issues, right? I think the org have pissed off a lot of people, but the individual players, I don't want them to like be shit and have like a fucking bad career, you know? Like,
well,
maybe one of them.
Yeah,
but,
maybe
like,
one of them.
But generally, like I don't think they're arseholes.
No, I really like Huxley. Huxley's lovely.
He's a nice bloke.
Device, when I interacted with him, seemed all right. Stairs, a nice bloke.
It's just weird.
We'll leave it at that.
It's just weird. Yeah. You can riddle me this. Yeah, I don't know.
I just think like the only thing that could make me interested in Astralis again would be Blame F. Actually, like it's
the thing with Blame F is he just is good.
Yeah,
he's just good and he's fun.
I think Huxley would make him really good as well.
I like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if Astralis have kind of done the nip thing where they've soured their relationship with a lot of players though, because of how they've done roster moves and stuff.
I don't know though, because like the nip players have always been quite vocal about it in interviews. Like fucking Nork, mate, you give him opportunity. Like give that fucker an inch to talk about nip and he will take 7 miles.
I think there's definitely been a regime change, right? But obviously now Eric left nip maybe a few months ago. I'm not exactly sure who's in charge of things there now, but I know Eric did a lot of good stuff there for a bit. So, but yes, the thing is like perception, whether from public or players or whatever, like you cannot control that narrative, right? Mm-hmm. It's the same thing that EFG deals with and EWC and all these companies, right? Like you can't like that. People still hate this Astralis org because of their kind of shady behavior in the past and favorable situations that may or may not have happened and such like. So it reflects bad on the players for one, but it also like does it affect your like signing scope? Like who can you get? Do you know what I mean? If you burn these players and piss them off, like
yeah. I guess the thing is though, is like a lot of the players that Astralis have pissed off or potentially have pissed off aren't actually good enough to be on the team anyway. Like if you look at it, it's probably like Bro's
chill in. He's having a good time.
Bro's okay. I'm not sure he's good enough for a team that.
Buzz.
I'm not sure.
Now, right?
No, they just benched him. But like I'm not sure. Yeah, they got Adam B instead. I'm not sure Bro is good enough to have to play for a team that should have the ambition that Astralis should have.
Again, like Astralis as an org, they should be a playoff team. They should be, and I don't want to be like the guy of like.
It's the same way like Fnatic and Nip should be.
Yes, I don't want to echo that fucking like. I think the team should beat who they have to beat to get to the playoffs, right? I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, well, the bracket was bad or the seeding was bad. Like that's fucking like shut up. But as an org, yes, like Astralis should be in playoffs. They're an org that fits there, you know.
The thing is, right, is that we're long enough into Counter-Strike as an esport now, where it's like football, right? So last year, Nottingham Forest fucking qualified for whatever Europa League, one of them qualified for the Europa League, and 40 years ago they were.
Swansea tomorrow.
You up?
Playing Swansea tomorrow.
Oh right.
I think.
Okay.
Or next week.
Well,
anyway,
either way, 40 years ago they were like the best team in Europe or whatever.
Yeah.
We're long enough into Counter-Strike where we now have seen these orgs that were at the top completely drop off.
Yeah.
It seems like at the moment Liquid is the one doing that. Like Fnatic and Nip were the first, and now they're actually seemingly getting back to a place where they're all right. Like,
I think it's interesting that the like G2 and Mouz are probably the only ones that have like really stayed within that sort of top 15 echelon for their whole.
Whilst
like, I'd have to check.
Whilst undergoing a lot of rebuilds as well.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like they've sort of managed to maintain their foothold. And FaZe, since they entered to a degree as well, I actually will give them that. Like they've been a bit shit, but they've still kind of been relevant. You know?
FaZe have had a lot. Yeah, without looking, FaZe have had a lot less players than Mouz and G2 have in that time. Obviously, I know Carrigan left and came back.
Yeah,
but Brokey's been
generally,
there a while.
I mean, Rain's been there since
Rain's
day
been
one.
there since the start. Carrigan left for, 2 years, 3 years, if that?
Yeah, whatever. Went to Envy and then Mouz.
Frozen's now coming up to 2 years on the team.
It feels longer, honestly. But
they had Twist for a while. They had Rops for a while. Like, I think FaZe is different, where they've always had a continuation. Like G2,
I remember
they have
the
rebuilt,
event
and so have Mouz.
where Twists said, "I'm leaving to go to a new YouTube." I remember that. It doesn't feel very long ago, but that must have been 8 years ago.
No. He left during COVID.
Was it?
Yep. He signed. Yeah, because Rops joined 22, so I think Twist joined 21.
Okay, well, I'm just super
or
dumb.
or 20. He joined. It was one of them. He was Nico's replacement, if I remember correctly.
No, Twist replaced Kirby.
No, but he was
Nico's
replacement.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, 2021, January 30th.
My point was, we're at a point now in Counter-Strike where it is acceptable that some of these orgs have dropped off.
It's acceptable, but it still just doesn't really feel right, is what I'm trying to say.
But it's acceptable in the sense of, this is what happens over a passage of time with competitions.
Yeah. This is the natural flow of things.
But it's still in the way where, you have to consider Fnatic, NiP, Astralis, VP, probably, Liquid. These are all teams that should view themselves as teams that should be consistently getting to playoffs, and the hope is
legacy teams, right? Legacy orgs, really.
Yeah, and my real hope is that what we end up with, because at the moment I think it is actually quite hard to nail down a top 10. If you look down at the fucking top 10 of ERS, fucking 3D Max and Tyloo are in there. I'm not sure they're actually top 10 teams, but they're in there.
Yeah.
But if you look at that, Aurora, we've got a lot of criticisms about them, but they're pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Falcons, obviously, are still a little untested with this lineup. G2 look really good. The Mongols, Spirit, Vitality, Mouse, all these teams, there's no doubts about them. There's no doubts about FURIA.
Yeah.
So when you go further down the ladder and you've got Na'Vi, FaZe, Astralis, I think
the sub 10 becomes a bit of a brawl,
Yeah. NiP seemed to be getting better. I was actually quite impressed by Fnatic during this event.
Yes.
I think they're probably a minus Crims away from being quite good. Not that I think Crims is bad, I just think maybe, that's
not their best bit. Yeah.
That's the room to improve now. We're in a place where, as long as none of these teams overreact and not making playoffs at an event, because only so many teams can make playoffs at an event,
Yeah.
where we could have a very nice, top 12 of quite competitive teams, where sure, Spirit and Vitality.
Your top end should be, your sort of top 3 should be beating each other and everyone else, right?
Yeah.
But then no one below them is beating them, kind of thing. But then that sort of 4th to 12th. I mean, even now it kind of is, where they kind of just beat each other. It kind of is unpredictable. It's a good time, honestly, for to watch CS, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think, there's some times where you look at it and you're like, okay, this game was a bit messy. These are two teams not at their best, but whether these teams are at the best or at the worst, they're still a lot better than us. It's still quite entertaining to watch. So if Fnatic, NiP keep pushing, VP can fix themselves, although I highly doubt it. Astralis over time can improve. I mean, obviously, I think NiP and Fnatic would both have to suffer for my real hope for Astralis.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best Astralis you could get probably has Stare, Yabi, and Stown / Magisk all going, and Tessa's Shush and Playmeth coming in their place.
Yeah, it's crazy actually that the Stabby duo leaving Heroic have done worse than the two guys left over. That's just
considerably worse, actually.
Yeah, Shush has become basically a star player on NiP. Not always, but generally. Tessa's was bailing out Falcons around if you watch an episode from a month ago, I was saying he's the best player on the team. Falcons. Like, maybe not entirely true, but he's certainly a good player in a very competitive team. They were in back-to-back finals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting karmic balance,
I just think, I think they maybe weren't ever actually that good. I think
was heroic just the system and the way they played, was that just
I think so.
Disruptive enough that they all performed well?
I think so. I think that system was so disruptive that for Yabi's place in it, he got to thrive, where he maybe doesn't in a structure outside of it. And I think Stown was the star of that team. He was the only one where you could really label him as a star. Like Yabi, okay, sure, but for the way they played, they were a kind of one-star team.
Yeah.
And Stown was that star. So you could kind of already tell with Stown he wasn't actually that good when they'd make it to playoffs and they'd play a harder team. And his ratings would go to shit. But, you can blame that on him maybe being a pussy and not being able to hack, more than 20 people in front of him.
Not got the balls for it.
But I also think, it shows that actually he's not that solid of a player when he's not just stomping on people worse than him.
And they were also very good online when their coach was cheating.
Yeah, but they were good enough on LAN that I don't.
No, I know. I don't. I think the LAN online discourse is kind of a bit weak anyway. But
yeah, I do actually want to talk about that heroic team a bit more later. But for now, and now I think let's move on. Astralis, they made a change. Nothing's going to change. Maybe it will. Maybe one day it will. But, yeah, I have my doubts. So up next we've got a hilarious fucking roster move. Real piece of piss this. No, not the spirit one, Charlie. The fucking wildcard one. Because this is just one of the most baffling things I've ever seen. Do you want to take this, Jack, seeing as he's your good friend?
My good mate, Louvet. Yes. So if you recall a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Wildcard benched Stanislaw and Fuzzy. Their IGL who got the two majors, and on paper their best player.
Not even sure it's on paper. Just eye test.
The
eye test of a blind man.
Yeah,
as long
as you're not Amaranth or ChatGPT, I think you can see that. Yeah. And they benched him. Benched them both. Fuzzy was like, okay, chilling. He played a few games for Iberian Soul and won. I think he won a qualifier with them or something before they joined Gentlemates. Then he went on to join Nine, which was the team with Faven, with Rawls.
A couple of shitters that you haven't heard of for a long time.
Yeah, kind of tier 2 guys, but again, I think they were on a tier with him. They were winning a lot of things, a lot of I don't know CCTs, but qualifiers and all that sort of shit. They were doing good. He was putting up good numbers as you expect. And then Wildcard were like, actually, can you come back now? And again, I'm not trying to say anything that isn't public, but I'm sure you can imagine the sentiment of being benched, finding success in a new team, and then being brought back. You might not be the most happy about it, if I had to guess.
And also to point out, Stanislaw was also brought back.
Yes, rightly so, but he never should have been gone in the first place.
He was brought back weeks ago, but it shows, just how organised this wildcard organisation is. Especially when, in an interview with Dust2US, Fuzi has then said, shout out El Jefe. Fuzi has then said he heard that ChatGPT was involved in the failed rebuild of the wildcard roster.
Yeah.
Which is...
And he said it in the interview, so I can kind of echo it, but he also said he felt betrayed and was finding it tough to give him another chance.
Yeah, which is just insane.
In other words, is what you said to me as well. So
absolutely fucking batshit crazy. That
it's kind of what I was saying earlier about loans being interesting though, because things like this can happen. His parent org, whatever you want to say, can just go, yeah, we need you back now.
You know what? I'm fucking intrigued, Charlie. I want to know what ChatGPT spits out this. Charlie, open ChatGPT.
No, this is a good bit.
Let's do this for... Who should we do this for?
Astralis.
Let's do this for...
Astralis.
Okay, do it. No, I don't. I want to do it for a team that was similar to Wildcard that fucks about... Should we do Passion UA? Because they've obviously got a European.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie, ask it to suggest changes to the Passion UA lineup.
Counter-Strike 2 roster.
Counter-Strike 2 lineup.
Yeah.
That keeps it within the Americas VRS. But only has 3 North American players.
Just do this. This is fine. Let's just see what we get. You can stay like that, yeah. So match the previous one. Even as the players as long as recruit more US based. So
Just scroll down.
does it give us a roster at the end?
Yeah, who does it suggest?
Okay. So keep Jim, keep Grim or JT, and sign another NA player. Sign an NALGL or American veteran. Recruit international talent or blended. So
well, JT isn't in America's VRS for one.
yeah. So we got JT, who's South African, sound.
Mm-hmm.
Grim or Nick, it's Grim. Experienced NALGL. Let's get a Dren. 1 to 2 strong European players. We'll keep. Is it Kvem? Is that his name? Keep Kvem.
Holzerk.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't helpful. So what the fuck were Wildcard doing? Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck did someone in Wildcard actually put into ChatGPT? I need to know. I really do need to know. I don't think I've ever seen a random piece of news in Counter-Strike where, apart from, something mental like mouse benching Shuey, where we always had to speculate on why, probably because he's like a prick or something. Like,
yeah.
What did someone type into ChatGPT?
That suggested Bencher IGL, who's one of the best North American IGLs ever.
Probably is the best.
Probably the best. And your best player.
Hang on a second. Talk for a moment. I'm gonna see if I can get something on my own end.
Okay. So I'm gonna do some calculations. I think that. Well, I don't know what I think because it makes no sense. There's nothing logical about this. What do we get for wildcard? Jaber, Sonic, Sus, Peeping, Friend, Fuzzy Sunset bench. Yeah, they have tried a lot of those benchings. So, okay, Dexter or Hooksy to IGL. Deeker or Floppy, hysterical. Keep Stewie.
I do love...
Oh, re-sign Stanislaw. Well, they got that bit right.
Fantastic. I do love, by the way, just how much ChatGPT uses fucking BO3.
A blend of youth and leadership. Sign Hooksy and Deeker.
Like,
those players are not young.
Like, BO3 is absolute fucking garbage, by the way. There's a fucking Jackson link there. Go up, Charlie.
R.I.P.
There's a fucking Jackson link. That's recent. What the fuck?
I thought Jackson dead. This is bizarre. So, moral of the story here is don't use ChatGPT. Maybe hire a real manager. I don't know who the manager is or who's making these decisions. Or consult me or Sam, actually. Or anyone who actually watches the game or is involved in the scene, because we might have a better idea than the large language models. I don't really get it. But Dexter is hysterical.
So
Dexter, Deeker, or Floppies. That's actually just like shitter bingo.
So
what have you cooked, Sam?
JT apparently does count as America's VRS.
I think because he's a resident, right? Like he lives.
Because he's from the lowest priority region. But I thought that.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought the slot goes to the strongest region, so I thought they'd become a European team. I am looking at the roster.
If they were 2 Americans, 2 Europeans, and a third, yeah, they would go to Europe now. when the rules changed, they would have been European. I'm pretty sure.
It didn't tell me who to sign. It told me to keep JT, keep Hulsberg and Kvem, and then just ditch NA, which like honestly is kind of base. Okay, Dihar, Sejot, Andu, who it thinks is an Orper.
Sejot was also on 9, I'm pretty sure, with Fuzzy.
BMAS, fucking BMAS.
What player?
Perfecto, and Dexter.
I mean, maybe it's giving you free agents. I'm not really sure, but
maybe. But either way,
BMAS is on Monte.
Christ. Either way, you just look at this and you understand why and how Wildcard could have done anything they did, because like, I'm not being funny. I don't know how Peeping has done. How's Peeping done?
Not great.
Let me check. Has he not? Oh,
but the team's not done great.
He's
either,
named Jackson.
So.
Oh, he's been crap. No, but like, okay, the team's not been great, sure, but that's an unacceptable level for an international aspiring team. Like an A team that wants to play internationally cannot have a player that's this bad on their team. They just can't.
Yeah.
Like it's not doable. Even when you're playing the better teams, like I'm pretty sure getting info are okay.
Yeah.
You should still be like shitting.
So just the current wildcard roster though is Stan, Fuzzy, Fiku, Jaber, and Peeping.
Yeah,
Fiku, who's been on OG for like a century.
I actually quite like that signing for what it's worth.
He's still 22. I think he's tidy, but
yeah.
Jaber's had flashes. Peeping is tidy the wrong word to use there? It's a Welshism maybe.
Okay.
Jackson Cornwell.
Yeah, no,
crazy
it's a
name.
shit name, isn't it? I mean, sorry, yeah, it's crazy. Sorry, Peeping. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like
whoever did that, whoever was monkey breading away on ChatGPT, they shouldn't have a job anymore.
No.
I want that to be clear. They shouldn't have a job.
Yeah, and so the thing is, right? Obviously, fuck the org, but as a team, I quite liked
an org that has been given stickers for 2 years in a row though because of basically because of Fuzzy and Stan.
Yeah. So I quite liked their old team.
Yeah, me too.
I like it a lot less with this Peeping fella. Seems a bit rubbish.
Mr. Cornwell.
But like Fuzi, JBA, Fiku, Stan, that's decent. I think if you can get a 5th onto that, it's probably got like the pop-off level of Susp. You're maybe better than you were before.
Get Adam B.
Because Fiku's probably better than Sonic.
Yeah.
They may be about the same. I don't really know.
Didn't Sonic beat them just to win Frank?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm blaming that on Peeping for the sake of my agenda.
Do you know MHL is on Wildcard Academy?
Yes, I did know that.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why is that a thing? They had fucking Man Like Friend on the fucking main team.
Yeah, he's just gone now.
Yeah, he's rubbish. Anyway. My real hope for this team...
Total annihilation.
Of the organisation, yes.
Yeah,
and I hope that Movistar Koi, seeing as they're teasing a return, just come back and sign them. And then sign a real player instead of Peeping.
Not a Peeping. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. Let's move on, because I feel like that was very erratic, because Wildcard fried my brain. I enjoyed it as well.
The other big roster move that I feel like we've spoken about for maybe 4 or 5 weeks now, Spirit have finally signed Tania to replace zont1x, which we all knew coming. Yeah. And I think rightfully we all questioned zont1x. He's like, he's fine. They're still winning things.
Tania looks quite normal in that photo.
I think they've given him a real haircut, or they've given him some.
Normally, he looks
some concealer.
Like short of something. You know what I mean?
What, a few evolutionary stages?
Yeah. Something went wrong in gestation.
Maybe. But the move, I don't really care about. Like, Tania is very, very good. Spirit are still winning things, so it doesn't really matter. The interesting bit is zont1x's statement and Spirit's statement about zont1x. Which, if you could pull up, Charlie. This was unbeknownst to us, I believe is an audience.
Go with spirits first.
We'll go with the official statement first, but you know, it just says so. Rifle of the team spirit main tier 2 roster, Miroslav zont1x has been benched due to his own personal request, which is shocking. And it says several months ago he informed the team spirit management that he needed some time off in order to resolve certain personal issues. Maybe that's burnout, maybe that's pressure, maybe that's Chinese eagles. I don't know. Wanted some time off, and they said that it took us a while to provide him the opportunity. But we respect this. Basically, they're saying he wanted a break. We said yes, but we couldn't make it happen straight away. So he said, "That's fine. I'll play till you can," which I think is class from him. I think that's like very respectable, honestly, and kind of increases my estimation of him. I never thought he was a dickhead, but like I thought that was very, very good. And basically, yeah, the kicker here is we wish you to solve all your problems as soon as possible, and of course, your return is highly anticipated. He's not for sale. He's not been listed to go anywhere. They want to keep him. What's interesting is they dropped a bag on Tania. I believe 1.5 mil. I don't know how true that is.
I think that was suggested to be false by Striker, I think.
Okay.
But yeah,
they dropped money on Tania.
I think the real thing is you're not just a part of our roster, you're a part of Team Spirit. Like, I think there's things that have happened in the past with teams. I can't think of a specific example off the top of my head, but like, it really wouldn't surprise me if Stown never plays for Astralis again.
Yes, whereas this sounds very genuine.
Like, you know, like...
And I feel Spirit have always been quite good with their communications about things.
It wouldn't surprise me if in 6 months' time there's a Stown and Blame F swap deal kind of thing. Or like, it's just announced, like, Magisk is going, Stown will not be returning, our replacement will be announced soon, yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, oh, he's never coming back and this was just a save face
It's the device on Nip kind of thing, right? Where he's, like, benched, but, like, he is not playing for that team ever again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. But this just doesn't feel like that.
The thing that's weird of this is that, like, Tania is better than zont1x in terms of freshman power.
Is.
But zont1x is still good, and zont1x is still a very, like, role player wise is good. So, like, the accommodations that will have to be made, I'm not saying they're going to be huge, but, like,
also, so the
does Spirit as a team get better here?
The interesting thing as well is that Tania had already swapped roles slightly for Nilo coming in at Heroic.
Yeah.
To a point where, yes, at his preferred level, or preferred spots, Tania can come in and replace zont1x.
Yeah.
Like, quite one for one, probably take more rotation spots than anchor spots, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But because of those changes he made, it means he could also probably quite comfortably do what Magisk or Zwei has been doing, which kind of leads me to think that because of what I know about the cost of Zwei, which wasn't much compared to the outlays that Spirit...
Are there 3 moving parts here, right?
Yeah.
They'd come at different times, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, compared to what Spirit can afford to spend, like, obviously Shiro was really fucking expensive. Like,
Spirit have got money. They've got money.
Spirit are an organisation with a lot of money, and if they wanted to buy Monacy when Monacy was leaving G2, they could have. If they didn't have Donk, Spirit are one of the few teams that could buy Donk.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like...
Is Zwei out when zont1x wants back in?
Yeah, I kind of feel like unless he really picks up... Because I don't think he's been particularly good.
He's been fine. I just hope they don't Flamus him. You know what I mean?
Well, he's got a 1.0 rating in the last 3 months, which is, I feel like, considerably worse than when he was on Amiga.
Yeah, like, definitely. But the level of competition was...
Past 3 months, 1.00. If I change that to last 6 months, it shoots up to 1.11. 2025, yeah, 1.10. So, like, he's massively struggling since moving. On both CT and T side, actually. His CT rating is lower, which is, like, typically most players are higher rated on the CT side. I know, obviously, CS2 has been quite T-sided, so that could have an effect, but, like, I don't think he's exactly lived up to the bill, but I don't think that they've really.
Was he meant to?
Well, that, and I don't really think they've given him the opportunity to.
The whole thing with the heroic move, right? Like, bring Nilo in, and like he's like a 1-for-1 role swap with Tania basically, and he bench X-Cloud. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's like, what the fuck? Obviously, these things were kind of in the background, right?
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, it's... And so the whole thing, like, when they signed Tania, right, the phrasing that was used was that, like, he had a contract clause where Spirit could activate his buyout.
Yeah, it was like one specific organisation.
Yes.
Which is
I don't know whether that was because of the loan they have for... Ankam, whatever, the
yeah, something like that.
Him, or when they signed in from Gun 5, because I believe Overdrive is also part of the Gun 5 thing, which is always dodgy.
Fantastic.
Is there something there where he was like, yeah, you can sign the heroic, they can sign you, but this goes in your contract?
Yeah, it's like fucking Chelsea
and they were like,
Strasbourg.
yeah, play under Saw for a bit, you know, get comfortable at tier 1, and we'll have you back.
Yeah.
You put him in the grow bag, do you know what I mean? To flourish. And
maybe that's why he looked normal on the photo.
Maybe. In the KFC bucket jersey. It's weird, but
I just kind of feel like Charlie, if you go onto the zont1x statement, I am expected to be back competing this winter. That's not fucking far away. That could mean that, you know, Spirit...
I mean, winter's technically like 3 months away.
Yeah. But it could mean that, you know, Spirit have kind of said, like, let's see what happens at/with the major.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, Zwei loses his spot, and then we have Chopper, Tania, zont1x, Dunk, Shiro. Or potentially something even more fucked.
Back off, down to Spirit Academy. Just like, yeah, just look, get some reps here.
Zwei on the Academy.
We'll sell you for a bag in a year's time.
No, I think you sell him instantly.
Is his stock going to be good, though?
I think it'll be good enough. Based on what he was...
winning stuff, yeah.
I think based on what he was like in Amiga and how much they'll have paid for him, it's good enough. Like,
yeah.
Zwei will still be considerably cheaper and Spirit can still make 50% profit.
It's good GMing, isn't it? It's really good GMing from Spirit.
It doesn't take a big fee for them to make 50% profit. Like, a very small fee. Like, I don't think it was ever made public, but people would be very surprised at how little
cost,
how little he cost and how little FaZe offered compared to what he was going to cost.
Yeah.
I
forgot FaZe one of them.
Yeah. So there are plenty of teams that could take him, and it wouldn't even be a particularly big outlay. I imagine Fnatic paid a hell of a lot more for Jambo.
Yeah.
Than they would need to spend on Zwei. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It just does put an asterisk on the future of the team, though, doesn't it?
It does. It does, but I also think that maybe as well, maybe they've learned from their mistake. Like, I think it was really obvious after Shanghai. When you look at the year Spirit had, obviously they battered Kato. Absolutely ran through everyone. I think from that point, we probably all thought that they would have the year that Vitality's had this year. Right?
Yeah.
And they just didn't. Like, what did they win? 3 tournaments? Spring final, major?
And Kato, yeah. They bombed out of Cologne that year. Bombed out stage 1. Stage 2, sorry.
And I think when we watched them win Shanghai, obviously we're like, oh, they probably should do what Vitality did after Paris and still make a change. And obviously Magic's fucked in the final, and it was like, okay, they're not going to make the change.
You can't do that.
And they've been pretty bad in the first half of the year, all things considered. Like, they were only winning bum tournaments. Obviously, they've now won Cologne. I think
the issue is like bad by Spirit standard is so like a Spirit. There's a lot of Vitality out there.
No.
Which is still something to watch out for, right? But like bad by Spirit standard is like not making finals. That's what you have to remember, right? Like, a team of this caliber should be in the final of basically every event.
But it's like, I think the really worrying loss for them, for me, was when they I can't remember what tournament, but they lost to Falcons. I think it was the event after Munisy signed, and like Spirit hadn't been at an event for like a fucking month.
Yeah.
It's like,
Was it Astana?
No.
Did they go to Astana? I don't know.
They won us. Falcons won
Astana. Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No, I feel like it was an IEM or something ESL.
Maybe. Might be
But-
Dallas. No.
But it was just like,
No.
okay, Spirit haven't been seen for a month.
Maybe I think it might be Dallas.
Like, there's no real excuse for them to come in and not win this event.
Yeah.
And then they lost to a Falcons team that had like recently made a change. It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you guys aren't fucking good enough. And I think that was always going to be their mistake at the end of last year. And I'm thinking maybe they've learned from that, and maybe they understand that
Proactive changes
proactive.
rather than
Yeah.
reactive.
I just think that maybe now they understand that yes, Donkey is by far better than anyone else, and yes, Shiro is
But you can't just have him.
Shiro
And
is
Shiro.
a top 3 AWPer, a superstar for every team on Earth apart from 2 others. But you can't just rely on them, and if you want to be consistent,
Shira better than Monacy?
right now, yes, typically no.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to be consistent, if you want to be even 50% of what Vitality were in the first half of the year, because that was freakish,
Yeah.
your team just doesn't cut it. And I think, Spirit obviously want to be that.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely something to keep our eyes on, because I have a feeling this current 5 for Spirit that will play in whatever the next fucking event they play is.
It'll be Chengdu, I believe.
Maybe. Pro League? Pro League.
Oh, Pro League, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling...
ESL Pro League.
Oh dear. I have a feeling whatever team...
You traitor.
What, I'm wearing a Blast hoodie?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
I've just been to a Blast event where I worked for Blast. Sorry.
You're not there now.
Oh, sorry. It's quite.
We're an
comfy
unbiased
hoodie, though,
podcast,
actually.
so.
Oh shit.
Not sure the basement dollar, though, is it?
No, it's not. It's really not.
You're fucking good, you are.
Anyway, the Spirit team
Andy.
prediction now. The Spirit team that plays at Pro League will not be the Spirit team that plays at IEM Krakow.
Yeah.
And
I
with
agree.
that, run the fucking ad read. So, Jack, do you find it hard to keep up with all the news in Counter-Strike?
I do. I took a weekend off and I came back to 6 new IGLs, 3 retirements, and apparently Navi's Waterboy got picked up by a top 20 team.
Right, that's why I've been relying on the TLDR newsletter. It's a bi-weekly email that keeps you up to speed on everything in the CS scene, without needing to scroll Reddit for 3 hours while questioning your life choices.
Yeah, it's like if HLTV had a baby with your funniest friend who actually watches every game. You get quick hits of news, spicy roster moves, upcoming match schedules, and even some insider gossip. All killer, no filler.
And let's be honest, some of these tournament formats, you need a guide just to figure out who's playing who. TLDR breaks it all down, so you actually know what the hell's going on.
Plus, it's funny. Like, actually funny. It's like reading a group chat between smart CS fans who roast everything in sight, but still care deeply about the game.
So if your brain's full, but your heart still beats for Counter-Strike, do yourself a favour. Sign up for the TLDR newsletter. It's free, fast, and guaranteed to make you smarter. Or at least sound smarter in Twitch chat.
Check out the link down below and subscribe, because the only thing more tragic than missing a major upset is not even knowing it happened.
TLDR. You don't have time to read everything, but you still want to sound like you did. Alright, so as I just said, I've been at Blast London. I was in the piss tent. I tried to get out of the piss tent a lot. Charlie was in Blast London with me. He did some interviews. You can find them in
One of these playoff teams is not like the other.
Shut up! Anyway, you can find the interviews that our editor, producer Charlie, did in the TLDR newsletter, which you have just watched an ad read for, and it should have made you subscribe. If you did not, please find your nearest Tesco and work there for 6 to 9 months. Anyway.
Come at Tesco, yeah.
Anyway, yes.
I'll do it again. One of these teams is not like the others.
One of these teams is not like the others, and it was really enjoyable, actually.
Yeah,
they were.
chuffed for them.
Because Def, genuinely a lovely bloke. Really, really sound
Yeah,
bloke.
yeah.
I'd quite like to get him on the podcast at some point because I do think he's also just quite fun. And the arena really got behind M80, so that was really nice. I think their lack of experience showed in map 3. And I'm careful to do this because Elliot always talks about Pain as this team that really get his hopes up and then always let him down. And I'm really careful about M80 becoming that team for me.
I've always kind of rooted for them.
But I do bloody like this M80 team.
I fuck with Swisher. Obviously, Death.
Oh no, he's shy.
As a bloke, I fuck with him. He's a good lad.
This is my thing. Swisher's a bum. Like, he is a bum, especially because he got cooked by Stown. So I can't respect anyone that can get cooked by Stown.
He wasn't there.
I don't care.
It doesn't happen if he's there.
All right. Well,
I reckon he's got hands. More hands than Stown, obviously.
Yeah. As for Hexed,
Mikey Schmidt,
I still think Hexed is fucking rubbish, but he was actually quite good at this event. I think like maybe he has finally learned how to play the game, and now he just needs to play some consistent tier 1 to actually, fully transfer it.
Mm-hmm.
Slacks, I'll never be sure on Slacks. I think I have bad.
I think he's like in my head he's really good. He seems like he should be really good.
So this is the thing,
but he's not.
I constantly get told by people, Slacks is really bad, he's really slow, he's really shit, he's really stupid. And I think I therefore have bad luck with Slacks. Because of the M80 games I actually watch, I sit there and I'm like, you're kind of alright, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get why people hate you so. I certainly think you'd improve big. I think both the Germans would improve big.
Lots of things would improve big.
Well,
like an atom bomb.
Well,
or,
sure. General chemical warfare.
Yeah. 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoke on that big with your new fucking
weed sponsor.
That's strange, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So I quite like M80. I was happy they were in playoffs. It's a shame they lost. But I'd rather talk about the team that they lost to, if that's all right with you, Jack.
You may.
So they lost to Mouz, and in the newsletter, I believe it was the Sunday morning newsletter, Elliot wrote about how. Oh no, it would have been the Saturday morning newsletter because semis for Saturday. He wrote about how there was possibly never a better chance for Mouz to not only beat Vitality but go on to win an event in an arena. And obviously, they've already beat Vitality. They did it at Cologne, and they've already won an arena. They did it at Cluj.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure with the level of people who didn't turn up for London whether winning in London would have meant more than Cluj.
Were there more people at Pro League in Malta than the OVO arena?
Maybe on the Friday. Unironically, maybe on the Friday. It was empty. It was really embarrassing.
Over for UK esports.
The crowd was still really loud, but yeah, it was empty.
Get me a bloody IEM Cardiff.
Get me bloody IEM Cockwash Creek, and let's see how it goes.
IEM Dudley.
But yeah, and I think Elliot was right in saying that there was no better time for them to beat Vitality and then win an arena event. And the game against Vitality wasn't even particularly close. Like, Vitality did look okay. They did look back to their best, at least for that game.
For that series, yeah.
Yeah, at least for that game. And I just think, I think Mouz can win a title. I think they could.
Win the title.
They could have won Cologne if Spirit didn't have a Spirit game. They absolutely could have won Cologne.
I think Mouz can. They're consistently like there. There's not. I don't ever feel like they lose. They don't lose games. They just like don't win them. Is that a fair way of saying it?
Yeah. Do you know what they are to me? They're 2024 Na'Vi, in the sense that they don't actually have a true superstar. I think Spinks has way too many just completely impactless games.
Well, no, his play style, and not to discredit Lurking entirely, but like he will have banger games when everyone else does well because then he's behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got 3 kills on the rotate again, guys. Like, yeah, well done. You do have to have like your team get into the site or at least take control for that.
Yeah, but like against M80, he was 0 and 10 at one point on Mirage. It was just awful, like completely terrible.
Rubbish.
But I think they are that 2024 Na'Vi team where they can stand against these teams with the superstars. They can give them a fucking hard go. They can throw hands,
yeah.
But the difference is that, and it's where I do think Na'Vi did potentially capitalise on a Vitality that did want to make a roster change. Like, they weren't happy with Spinks for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And against Spirit that was still figuring itself out, and a couple other issues. I just don't think Mouz have managed to lift the trophies, and I think that is okay, right? They should still be proud of where they're at, but
especially for the age of that team. Like these are kids,
of course,
still.
But
yeah,
they've gotten to a point where some of them are now criminally underrated. Like Exertion is criminally underrated. Everyone still thinks he's a bum, and he's really good. Torzi is so good he's overrated, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. Because normally, you call someone overrated, you think they're actually kind of shit. Torzi's fucking great. It's just everyone assumes he's like 1.25 rated AWPer, and he's not. He's like 1.13. Like,
yeah,
he's not actually that spectacular. He's just really fucking stable.
Mm-hmm.
But so here's my question to you, Jack. Did they miss their chance to win trophies and therefore will never really have the chance to win trophies because either Spirit or Vitality or maybe even a G2 or Falcons will heat up? Or can this Mouse team do it with 1 or 2 more changes?
I think this Mouse team now can still do it.
Okay.
I don't think...
But let me rephrase. Could they be the best team in the world?
Maybe not with Brawl and Colin.
It's kind of a concern, isn't it?
And I like Brawl and Colin, and I like Brawl individually as well. I feel like I don't need to say that caveat every time, but like I just there's some players that I just actually just don't have a vibe for. Brawl's not one of them, but like. He's not a true-blooded IGL where you can forgive the drop-off in performance. Like a Carrigan or a Snappy. Right? Or a Chopper.
Yeah. And I don't
this
think
guy
he's
was a
had
star
particularly...
player a couple of years ago. No, but he's dropped off enough where there is somewhat of a...
He dropped off more than I thought.
Firepower is such a fucking made-up term, but like...
Actually, it's a stat on HLTV now.
Okay. Well, the round swing philosophy says, "Suck my nuts."
You should all follow the round swing philosophy. By the way, it's a great account.
I'm unaware of this account, because you're gonna think I made it now, and I didn't make it. It's not me.
He knows who made it. He was in the room.
Oh, that's all right then. Funny.
Yeah.
But again, the issue I get back to with this team is like, who is better than Brolin? Who is going to call for this team and put the numbers up?
So this is my issue as well, right?
Is it Elise? It's Elise. Mouz Elise. Bold Mouz.
Fuck off. But so I saw a stat, and I can't remember whether it was Blast Open or whether it was fucking the top 30, top 50, whatever the fuck it was, right? But just put it in whatever fucking brackets you want. One of them, well, some of them will be more extreme than the others. But Mouse, their CT side win rate was second within this metric. Their T side win rate was the 4th worst. That falls on your IGL.
That is a stylistic issue, yes.
Yeah, that falls on your
also,
IGL.
What I'm saying about Spinks, right, is Spinks is your star player when your T side goes well, and he gets behind you.
Yeah.
Behind it. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, it's like Get Right, where like, yes, he was the best player, but he was killing people who weren't looking at him because the rest of the team were just winning the round anyway.
Yeah, because if they did look at him, they might have headshot him while he was still trying to spray him.
Yeah.
But this is the thing: you cannot be the best team in the world with a fucking T side win rate that low. It's just not going to.
And making playoffs consistently like that is still is impressive.
It's
then.
still pretty fucking impressive. It says a lot about how good the team is.
Yeah.
But you're not going to push on.
I don't want to blame Brolin because I don't think it's his fault.
I think there's another player you can look at. Jim Fat's been fucking awful this year. Go on Jim Fat's stats, Charlie.
Crazy that he was literally anchor of the year last year as well.
He's fucking terrible right now.
Yeah.
Really, really bad, actually. Make his stats 2024, Charlie. And then...
Jarvis,
1.17. Don't worry about LAN. Doesn't really matter. All they play is LAN. Yeah, so...
1.18, yeah.
Now make
1.2.
Remove the LAN filter because there's been more online games this year. Now make it 2025. That's not okay.
Fucking hell, yeah.
That's not, and that is partially down to...
Is that Spinks taking spots?
Yes. So it's partially down to Spinks, but that's not okay. He's now someone that you can fucking improve upon. Because if you look at it as well, again, it's CT side rating. You want Jim Fat to be your fucking, like, yes, he's a small site anchor for the most part, but you want him to be a fucking star anchor. Shush.
I was going to say Zvay.
I'm not sure he solves the issues. I don't hate it, but I'm not sure he solves the issues.
Shush is a call.
Shush would also work.
I just don't want it to lose their best player.
Well, yeah.
Best player.
But I just think that, like, Mouz are kind of at the point now where they could make one or two roster changes, and if they're the right ones, they get better.
Again, the issue is like, yeah, we're talking about like going from a third fourth team at most events to a final/winner of most events.
Yeah,
and that is a jump. This is the difference between Vitality, Spirit, Falcons at the start of the year than other teams. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, poor Jimmy, man.
It's hard to do, and I'm normally good at suggesting the names. I'm out of names.
Yeah.
I think Hooksy is one of them. Maybe
Crizzen?
Maybe a Crizzen. Maybe
But that's a step down, isn't it? On
Linus.
paper, right? Like,
what do you mean Crizzen's a step down? Oh, you mean a step down in terms of who they're picking up?
Yeah. Linus is ball. That's a ball number pick.
But like, I don't see who else. And then if you're looking to get more firepower on top of it,
yeah,
Tesses, because you've got Spinks. Like, and you just look to have this like terrifying 1-2 combo of Xerxes and Tesses. Like, I don't. Well, I say terrifying. It's a bit limp dick sometimes, but like.
Is that because he's circumcised? Or?
That's staying in. Yeah, I'm not.
It's better than what I was gonna say, so we'll keep it in. That's fine.
All right. I'm just not sure I believe in this Mouse team anymore.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, they've had their run at it a few times.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've limp-dicked it. They've taken the prom queen home, and they can't get it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Looking at other teams, just very quickly, FURIA.
Yeah, I'm happy they're in playoffs. It's fucking awesome.
I'm
chuffed about it.
They're clearly still improving. I love watching them. I was really surprised by how they got fucking blown apart by G2, actually.
Well, I'm not, because... And we spoke about this.
I think it says more about G2.
I think we spoke about this before the Esports World Cup, and like when these G2 changes were announced. And you and I both agreed they basically won that off-season, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, this team is going to be a sleeper pick. People aren't going to give them the credit they deserve, but they can definitely win stuff. We thought they could win the EWC, and we thought they'd win stuff going forward. And, you know, I'm not trying to be confirmation bias. Like, the final was tough. It was a fucking banger final, and I don't want to jump ahead too much. But Matusz is fucking awesome, and I've been saying that since Fnatic. He's not underrated, and people are like, oh yeah, he's slept on. Like, no, he's just good, and everyone who disagrees is a moron. Like, he just is very good.
Heavy God is also
Heavy
really
God's
good.
Bonkers.
Hunter already seems to be like a decent IGL, which I think
seems
was
so comfortable in it, which is
really predictable.
Awesome.
Malbs doesn't even need to be a star, which is great. Some pious prick. No, I don't like some pious. But
that's fine. But Sunpius when he's on,
I think Sunpius is a player who at some point could be improved upon. But when he's on, yeah, he's like fucking lightning. I saw a tweet the other day where Rodri Giggs was talking about how his brother needs to be in the fucking Premier League Hall of Fame, and everyone was like, him and your wife cheat on you for years, and he was like, yeah, I think my brother's a cunt, but...
Is that the brother of Ryan Giggs?
Yeah, he's like, my brother's a cunt, but I still respect his achievements. Like, that's like me with
that's
certain...
That's Oasis, isn't it?
It's like me with certain Counter-Strike players. Put it this way, I've heard things about Sunpius. I ain't going into them. But...
Sure.
So I'm not too big on him, but fucking hell, when he plays, he's fucking fun. And he hits some shots in that game that, like, actually, like, insane.
Yeah.
Like, actually, he's so ridiculously fast.
I think we actually cannot stress enough the impact of Saul.
He's right now,
brilliant.
And has been for maybe 3 years, the best coach in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and I don't mean, like, winningest or any of that shit, but just, like, his ability to make teams work, often with lackluster budgets and rosters. Like, consistently, he has outperformed the players he's had on it in front of him. Do you know what I mean? Or his teams have. This G2 squad, again, is like kind of like a... They're not bad players by any fucking stretch, right? But it's sort of the leftovers in a way, right? Like,
it's another 2024 Na'Vi team.
Yes, you lost Nico, you lost Monacy, two players who are the best or have been the best in their role. Do you know what I mean? And you got better. That's fucking sick.
And also, what I will say is, I think they're actually lucky that Liquid wouldn't sell them nerds, because I actually think that with Matouche, or however you say it,
I think it's Matouche.
He tweeted about it, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think that they have a more versatile player than Nerds. I think they've got I really like Nerds, but Matouche in that final was like, he was doing shit I ain't seen Nerds do before, especially not on a big stage.
He's like, his multi-kill potential, and this is I test only just from me watching him, but if there's like two people in front of him, I favour him getting two than them trading.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It's like silly. He's like, it was just a fun final to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't at the event, I watched at home, but like every kill, I was just like, oh, this is fucking great.
G2 are wicked to watch.
Part of it is them beating Vitality, right? Like, beating the villains or whatever. Like, Messi losing in Wembley, that's a shame. Like, it would be nice for him to win at home, sure.
Yeah.
But G2 like became like, it was M80. I think G2 became like a fan favorite at this event.
Oh mate,
and us ball knowers knew this already.
They completely won over the crowd.
Yeah,
completely. Like, I don't think anyone in that crowd gave a fuck that Messi lost by the end.
Not even his wife.
Well, maybe she might have, but like,
I don't know if she was there.
No, she was. Yeah, his kid was as well. Cute kid, actually.
Yeah. Can't be said about.
That's awful.
I'm kidding. Love you.
He was on this podcast actually.
Jude was here, yeah.
Yeah, he was. Anyway,
got more views than I did.
Probably. Anyway, yeah. Just quickly on Vitality. Fucking hell, some of their maps are shambolic at the moment. That does too. Is terrible.
Also, I'm just saying, like fucking like Apex, like full molding at his team.
Yeah. The train was crap.
Train was also excellent from G2.
Yeah, it was.
I think they were like 7-0, 8-0 at one point. They were just ripping. Like
I think it was 6.
Oh, sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It just worked. Like everything they did was working, and that's. It's like a combination of like flow state, but also like just kind of being locked in and like knowing you can do it. They were just in and just bang, 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 bang. Yeah, I mean, Magisk had a tweet here where it said Vitality played train the exact same way they did 6 months ago. It's true.
And there you go. That's the take of the week, because we've totally forgot about it, but anyone we had was really bad. So that's the take of the week. Thank you, Magisk.
This is a take I entirely agree with.
Yeah. But this is it is true. Like, Vitality looks so out of sorts on some maps, and it's because they probably just haven't actually managed to improve on them. And
I think the pursuit of improvement is sometimes lost when you're successful, right? Mm-hmm. This is the whole thing. Is like being the best is easy, staying the best is really hard.
Yeah.
And I think Vitality are seeing that right now. You know,
well,
are they dead? Are they over? No, obviously not. Right, they're still a fucking incredible team. But like,
It's probably.
It's kind of interesting.
I think it's a very interesting thing, right? Where if you look in the last few years of Counter Strike, and you can go further back because Astralis eventually broke up because they were so tired and the org wasn't giving them the time they needed, which is why they had all the fucking stand-ins. You saw like fucking S-Tag and Yugi and fucking Snappy play for the org or whatever.
Respect S-Tag.
Like all that.
They had Dennis at like a blast event, didn't they?
No, that was before the era.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was when Device first had his health issues. They had Rubino and Dennis.
Rubino.
And Dupree
Streets
was all
will
pink.
not forget.
Yeah. But so since Astralis, if you look at the teams that have dominated, right? Liquid dominated up until a player break. FaZe dominated up until a player break. Na'Vi dominated up until a player break. Vitality dominated up until a player break. I think that is the thing where they all won so much, and I know from speaking to them, Liquid had some things over that player break that meant they needed an extended break. And obviously Na'Vi had some pretty shit stuff going on.
Yeah, that happened, didn't it?
Yeah. Bit of war and whatnot. But I think the thing is, when you win that
guys, not cool.
that many events,
yeah.
I'm not saying you lose your hunger, but going into that break will be so much different.
Being the favourite helps. It does help.
But going into that break would be so different mentally, because once you've won everything for 6 months, you're like, fucking hell, I can finally put my feet up. Like,
let's have a vacation.
Great season.
Whereas if you've been on a tier 2
it.
team or whatever, or you've had a shit season, you cut your break 2 weeks short. You start boot camp early.
Well, when you're
DMing every day throughout the holiday, right?
When you're Spirit, your Mouse, your G2 is a new team especially, but you're all of these teams. You sat there and you're like, you know what? This season wasn't fucking good enough. We've got 3 weeks to have a break. All right, let's have a break for 2 weeks. Let's fucking get on it. And then we've got an extra week on Vitality. And at Tier 1 CS, with how many events
rapidly
they play,
things
like
change and stuff.
Vitality have spent 7 weeks on the road. We're 7 weeks into this season, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They've been on the road the entire time. That's very little time to practice.
Yeah.
Where these things will now get caught out, and it's a big reason why G2 did get the win. Aside from
this
the
is
fact
the again,
really
like
fucking good.
Especially on Train, but across the series in general, like you can check the stats. Like Zywo was kind of isolated. They kind of shut him down a lot. Like obviously, he was the best player on Vitality. Like but like a +20 is not a Zywo final.
By the way, go on all maps, Charlie. So he's 87 and 67.
Yeah.
I'd like to remind you, he went 30 and 6 on Mirage.
Yeah. So
So I know that obviously you can't really take that away, but if you take that away for a second,
yes, it's even worse.
It's a bad final for him actually. It's really
I know it's like he's expected to be some like crazy good player all the time. So I know, but yeah, like training Inferno, he was just shut down. Like they didn't give him a chance to get going, which I don't want to say Vitality's system relies on him, but it
does to an extent.
Depends to a degree, yeah. Like their system's good, but it also like their system is the best when he's the best. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good event though. Really good event. Really good event.
Yeah, I still think minus the piss tent. The catering was bloody lovely. The catering was fucking phenomenal again. Shout out to whoever does it. I think there's a company called like Eat to the Beat or some shit. Shout out to them.
Sounds like Meechin's finisher.
They're really good. Yeah, I still think Vitality probably are the best team in the world.
Yeah.
And until they face Spirit, I'm going to call them the best team in the world because they're still, making the semi or final consistently, and that's kind of how we have to look at things in a knockout tournament based esport.
The metric is consistency, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Still
consider not winning everything.
The favourite for Budapest as well. But the point I want to end this week's podcast on is I think, and to be fair, I probably thought it even before I'd watched them fire a bullet, I think G2 should now be considered the Gambit or Cloud9 for Budapest.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give them maybe even a bit more credit than that. But yes.
Possibly, yeah.
You're sort of sleeper pick.
Yeah, they're the team that you're not going to like if someone asks you for free favourites, you're not going to say G2. You're going to say, you know, Mouse Spirit, Vitality, or maybe you'll throw Falcons in that.
Yeah.
But if you're surprised, like if they win in Budapest and you're surprised, you don't know enough about Counter-Strike. And it was the same with Gambit back in Krakow.
If you didn't watch
with Cloud9 in Boston.
London final, just watch it. Just put the VOD on. It's really good CS.
This is a team that can beat any team in the world, and the reason, especially why they can do it, is because their lowest rated player in the final was their AWPer, and he wasn't even particularly bad. They beat the best team in the world without their AWPer playing well, and the best player on the best team in the world is their AWPer. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
it did. Like G2, I would say G2 above Mouse actually do have the ability to be the best team in the world.
I've got a question.
Go on.
Should Matos have won the MVP?
No.
Okay.
No, Heavy God actually should have.
Did Heavy God win it because of round swing?
No, but it did factor in if I remember right.
Yeah.
I was talking to Harry.
I don't think he shouldn't have, but I just think also I wouldn't have gone, oh, Heavy God robbed if Matos won. Do you know what I mean? I think they both could have had it.
What I can say, because obviously, you know, like HLTV have the conversation in private, I have never seen HLTV take so long to come up with the MVP for an event.
That's pretty cool then.
It was a serious debate, and they were actually quite lucky that Heavy God had to go and do something with a co-streamer, because it took them a long time to decide.
It's cool. Do Blast do like their own MVP?
They used to. I don't think they do anymore.
Okay.
I don't think they do anymore.
Oh, it's like the ESL DHL MVP is like a
yeah.
They
didn't. They don't. If they do, they don't make it a thing like ESL do.
Okay.
But yeah, and if I remember right, Harry did vote for Heavy God. So.
Noticing.
Because
of round swing, obviously.
Yeah, it was incredibly close. Either one of them would have been a deserving MVP.
Yes.
But Heavy God was just so good throughout the event. And that final map as well, I do think there's something to be said. Like, I know Matusz took over on the T side, but that CT side out of Heavy God was fucking immense. Like, it was baller. I think it was 16-6 free 1vx's.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fucking half to have.
That is against a team like a phenom like Vitality, where they are scary, they are meant to be the best team in the world. They're just kind of having the fucking gonads to just, you know, rip on them like that. It's kind of awesome.
Oh, he also got an ace, didn't he? On round one. So yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking performance.
I've just got one more bit of news. If you're done.
Oh god.
It's just the PGL thingy. So. PGL.
Oh, of course you want to talk about.
No,
this.
I just want to say just so people are aware of it.
Yeah.
And I am Chengdu have like a scheduling issue where like if you are at Bucharest, you can't make it to Chengdu in time, right, for the event, which seems logical. But I believe some teams are kind of trying to do what they did with Astana and Dallas, where they'd like forfeit the first game or like play late. I think ESL said like, yeah, you can't do that. By the way, like if you're going, you can't go, and if you say yes and then decline the event afterwards, you'll miss out on Krakow as well, which is like normal rulebook shit. And in kind of a shocking move, PGL has made the event, I don't know if they made it shorter or moved it back, but the event will end on Saturday now, which is weird.
I was very surprised when I saw it,
especially given that, you know, teams like Gamer Legion already turned down Bucharest to attend Chengdu, if I believe, or maybe the other way around. Now they're playing one event in 3 weeks, right? Whereas some teams get to play 2 in 3 weeks.
It's all a big shit show, to be honest.
I don't want to speak on either side. PGL was saying like ESL's bullying and all this stuff, like whatever.
Why are you bullying me?
The teams accept the invites to the events they want to go to. That's objectively true. Do you know what I mean? But the fact they can change the event dates this close to the event, under all the rules that BRS is supposed to implement, that's a little bit worrying.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah,
Like that shouldn't happen.
It's terrible. I mean, teams should never accept the invite for both events anyway. I think ultimately it falls onto the teams. I don't think the TOs should get the blame.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you've now got this situation where people will be able to play 2 events, it's pretty fucking bad.
It's also just like, but also for the players. You finish an event in Central players, Europe, and then fly to China the next day.
Yeah.
You skip media day, which is, I believe, like looked down on less than skipping a game day, obviously, but it's still not fucking cool. It still fucks over the TO, right? Like the content they want to get from you. If you've won that event, I don't think the teams are like crazy high caliber at Bucharest. But
it's a PGL event, mate.
Listen, man, I'm not trying to shit on them because I'll get called a shill or whatever. But okay, no, I mean, Spirit.
I'll do it.
Oh, these are predicted teams, but there's meant to be good teams there, right? Like there are meant to be.
The thing that gets me is like, why is it even a conversation anyway? Because if you look at Pro League, what's the next event after Pro League?
Is it like a bounty or something?
It's the CS Asia Championships.
CAC.
There are one team.
Isn't that the other one where they've got broken invites? Like there's like mad.
Yeah, that should not be a VRS event at all. But there is one team. Oh wait, hang on. Stage 1, 2, 3, 3 teams.
Yeah.
In the CS Asia Championships that are also in Pro League, and there's 2 days gap for them to get to China from Stockholm.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are the organisations accepting these invites?
Well, because VRS has put us in a position where teams have to basically try and get to every event to get as many LAN wins as possible.
It's just ridiculous. Like that has to be looked at.
Every episode devolves into us shitting on VRS, but it's
we're not going to do it because we're an hour and 20 minutes in. But that's one thing in VRS that absolutely has to be fixed for next year. 100%, because it can't. With so many TOs back in,
which is a good thing, by the way.
And also, actually, I do want to talk about this because this has reminded me. So you're getting a couple extra minutes of us. The shit that is going down in Asia, with the race for qualifications
stuff.
No, the race for qualifications. So I haven't had time to read this yet, but Charlie, if you go onto the news, just the HLTV homepage, and click on the third story down there, how the CS scene got into an arms race for last minute VRS points. Haven't had the chance to read this yet, but looking at the name that wrote it, it's going to be a fucking good piece. Shout out to Mira, the goat. What is going on in Asia is insane, right? So suddenly, all of these events have popped up in China and Mongolia that have reasonable prize pools. Who knows when they'll get fucking paid out, that only have Chinese and Mongolian teams in, to the point where there is a actually decent chance that FlyQuest will not be at the major. Because they will slip that far down from only being in attendance at Tier 1 events.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that allowed?
These like last minute lands and like they should not be having the same weight as like Tier 1 lands. But you should have made a system where you have to go to all these shit events. You know, not saying the events are shit, but like shit tier then, like your Fragadelphias and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it ruins it for the Epic LAN now has European teams going, like established Tier 2 teams. Fragadelphia has European teams going over. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fun or whatever, but it means like the grassroots kids
Fragadelphia has so many European teams going over that the NA teams can't even get a spot.
This is what I'm saying. Like the grassroots event for the local people, the BYOC, where you go and fucking you get shit on with your friends and then just have some fucking beers. Like you can't do that anymore.
Like fucking
that's the thing. Like that frustrates me is we're actually killing like the bottom end of like the casual end as well. Not even like the bottom end of pro. Like,
we're killing so
just
much.
amateur scene. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, so I think that just as another thing, there are a couple of things that need to change in VRS. Obviously, there needs to be rules about accepting invites. I think that needs to come from Valve. I think that needs to be a thing that protects players, that comes from Valve, that says you cannot attend an event that begins
within 3 or 4 days or whatever.
within, probably 72 hours, but realistically it should be 96 hours. But because of how our calendar is, maybe that's hard. But you probably shouldn't be allowed to attend an event that begins 72 hours after the end of your previous event.
Mm-hmm.
And then it should probably have a clause that says, like, if it's over a certain amount of miles. Because obviously, you know, if you did an event in London and then Birmingham, that's fine.
Yeah.
That is, 150 mile, if that.
The thing is about, like, I just want to say on this PGL topic, like, they were basically saying that, like, oh, ESL announced their dates after us. Incorrect. They're also saying, like, you know, oh, the calendar's too full and they're, like, you know, dominating Monopoly and all this shit. Like, whatever you want to say. There is room before Bucharest starts for them to move that event back by a week or half a week or whatever. To not end the day before Chengdu starts.
Yeah, and it's not like ESL don't announce their calendar a while.
No, do you know what I mean? And also, like...
I know PGL did as well, because they announced
I know, but I think it's just, it's just like making this villain that doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, we shouldn't be owned by the Saudis then, should you?
Sure, but you know... But
yeah.
My final note on this, though, is just, like... There's more to it.
VRS has got to go, blood.
It does, but there's more to these invite things than what, like, you know, TO owners are going to say, TO CEOs, because the teams are choosing where they're going, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, not even the teams, the org, the team management.
If a certain org is offering you better incentives to attend all of their events, you're not in the wrong for going to them.
Yeah.
All it means is the other TO should also offer better incentives. Or whatever, right? Whether it's revenue share, whether it's like multiple attendance multiplier, all this stuff. Like,
so this is
it's
the
a competitive
real
market, both for the players and for the TOs, right?
But that's also an issue, right? The issue is that VRS has created a thing that can be manipulated to the point where we'll now need probably 6 VRS regions, so a team like FlyQuest doesn't just get cunted by Chinese fucking TOs that magically exist. But has also created an arms race for teams where players are going to have to do unhealthy things and play a shit ton of fucking garbage fucking lands, probably with very little travel time. I mean, look at what M80 and fucking Fnatic were doing during Blast Open, by the way. Go and look at all the matches they played.
Yeah.
M80 played a best of 3 at 4 in the morning and then played against Vitality less than 12 hours later or something crazy like that. Fnatic won a LAN while playing Blast Open. So just insane shit like that. And TOs are having to do this insane, underhanded shit, spending loads of money on top to like make orgs want to go to their events. Blast have the frequent flyer things. They've all got their club share bullshit. That it's just like, this isn't good for the fucking scene. There's going to be so many orgs that run themselves into the ground to try and get VRS points for so few major spots. This isn't good for Counter-Strike. And it needs to
last
change
thing
soon.
That makes me chuckle is, you know, Monopoly bad, competition breeds innovation, etc., etc. Now that there's competition, it's an issue. You know, it's just silly. But
I think it's only an issue because Valve are incredibly irresponsible.
Have made it be an issue. Yeah, true.
Incredibly irresponsible. And with that, I think we should leave it because
we've been chatting too long.
We've been chatting too bloody long, and I actually kind of want to play some Counter-Strike.
Hop on then.
Well, I intend to.
Cool.
So with that,
thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, cheers for that, guys. I've been Sam.
Him.
I have a Twitter.
This side?
I don't know what side I am. I don't watch this shit.
Put me in, Charlie. Follow Sam on Twitter.
Yeah, fucking...
Follow Charlie.
Jack. Follow producer Charlie. James. There
follow
might
Elliot
be...
as well, if you don't.
Yeah, follow Elliot. And also there might be someone else here next week. Might be. There's a chance. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Potentially. Other than that, hope everyone goons himself into a coma tonight.
I don't hope that. Don't do that. Just get a good night's sleep.
How else do you get a good night's sleep? Bye!
Bye.